Our movie starts with two super mischievous brothers, Zip and Zap. They are secretly playing inside a toy shop, which is probably their father's. There they open the gifts kept near a Christmas tree to find their favorite toys. Then, Zap finds a box full of firecrackers, from which he takes out some sparklers and starts playing with them. On this, Zip tells him to throw the sparklers and open the rest of the gifts, and Zap does the same, which causes a big fire there, and all the stuff kept there is burned to ashes. During this, the news of the fire comes in the newspaper, where we see the photo of both kids, along with the news that they have blamed their parents for this, which means that when they were asked the reason behind this, they said that our parents don't let us do what we want, and that's why this mistake happened. And friends, through this incident, we come to know about the mischief of both kids. In the next scene, we are shown Zip and Zap with their parents on a ship, where we come to know from their conversation that Zip and Zap have done many such things before, and that's why they have also been punished in many ways, such as not being allowed to watch TV, etc. But still, the mischief of both kids was increasing, so their parents probably had no punishment left. Then their father says, "We are about to reach." Both kids ask, "Where are we about to reach?" Their mother says that the story of their father's next novel has been liked by someone, and a publisher is also ready to publish it for free. And now the publisher wants our entire family to get a photo clicked for the cover of that novel. At the same time, we will also have to stay there for a few days. And friends, that's why everyone has come to that island. Further, their mother says that this is why you have come with us, and this is also your new punishment. This time, you will not get Christmas holidays at all. Now on this, Zap gets angry and says that you are really bad parents. Then they see an island where they have to reach. Further, we can see that Zip and Zap's father has lost his way because of the storm, and they see a palace-like house in the middle of that island, which Zip's father thinks is an orphanage, and goes to ask for help from them because childhood home was written on their gate. Then Zip sees a small girl at the window of that house, and then his father comes and says that these people have agreed to give us shelter to spend the night here. After that, everyone goes inside that house, where there is also a butler whose one hand is missing, and in its place, a hook-like thing is attached. The name of this butler is Jamie, and he tells these people to wait there. Then he says that soon the owner of this house, Pam, will come to welcome you. In the meantime, Zap starts thinking, after looking at a painting, what characters are in it. Then his father says, "Son, if you ever read books, then you would know. It has Captain Nemo, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Aaron Quatermain, Peter Pan, Sherlock Holmes, and the Invisible Man. And the painting that is colored separately has Captain Hook." He tells them that all these are well-known fictional characters from books, and many stories also exist about them. After some time, Miss Pam comes there and introduces herself to everyone. At the same time, she says that it is my good fortune that I was of some use to you. Now they all have dinner, where she also introduces them to the children living there, and at the same time, she also introduces them to Sister Andrea and Gardener Solomon. After this, when Pam reaches Zip and Zap's dad, she says that these children have been very sad with their parents and family, so here they are free to do whatever they want. And in this way, these people live here very happily. And hearing this, Zap curses his fate, saying that these people are so lucky. I wish we could also live here. After that, Zap asks Pam about the girl standing above, whom he saw at the window. Her name is Pee-Pee, and Pam says that she is a little shy, so she didn't come to have dinner with us. Then Pam talks about her childhood and says that my parents passed away in childhood, so I thought of living here with these children and letting them do what their heart desires, and this gives me a lot of happiness. Further, she says that this place is not an orphanage, but it would be right to call it a childhood home, as it is written on the door. In the next scene, we see Jamie, who shows Zip and Zap and their parents their separate rooms. Now at night, when Zip and Zap are lying down, Pee-Pee comes into their room through their window, and Zip and Zap wake up from her voice. Then Pee-Pee goes inside, and Zip and Zap also follow her, where they see a compass, and then Zip and Zap see a door opening, behind which Pee-Pee tells them not to make noise because she has to catch an invisible ghost. Then someone comes inside from the door, but we don't see them. In the meantime, Zip sneezes, and that ghost immediately runs away from there. Pee-Pee gets angry about this, saying that because of you, I couldn't catch him tonight. Then on Zip asking her name, she tells him her name, and also leaves through that window. After that, the next morning, Miss Pam calls Zip and Zap to talk about something. She says that your parents, tired of your mischief, left you here on a pretext. Maybe that's why they brought you here. After that, both the kids start looking for them everywhere, and not finding their car outside, they also believe that they have really gone. Now on this, Zap gets angry and goes inside. Zip is also standing there crying. Then Pam comes and explains to him that we should not stay with people who don't love us. Then Pam introduces them to the rest of the children and tells them to go inside and play. All of them welcome them, and Sister Andrea asks them to play something, on which Zap refuses, so Andrea Andrea suddenly grabs the guitar and breaks it in anger, but then immediately gets better and takes out another guitar. Then with the passage of time, we see that Zip and Zap have slowly blended into the atmosphere there. And seeing this, Pam is also very happy. Further, we see Pam going somewhere in a strange lift, where we can see that she has imprisoned Zip and Zap's parents there. And on their asking, Pam tells them that I don't like parents like you at all, who don't let their kids do what their heart desires and keep punishing them in different ways all the time. Further, she says that you were not called here by any publisher, but by me, because only I rule on this island. No one else has any authority here except me. After this, she puts them in a machine and asks Jamie to turn them into 11-year-old kids. After which, in the very next moment, we see that after turning on the machine, the same thing happens. And Zip and Zap's parents turn into kids who don't remember anything about themselves. And then Pam takes them with her and introduces them to everyone, where Zip and Zap are also present. And Pam asks both kids to tell their names, on which the girl tells her name as Flecky and the boy as Mackie. Miss Pam says that from today, both of them will live here, after which we can see that Zip and Zap have to share their room with Flecky and Mackie. Then on the same night, Pee-Pee comes to their room once again and goes to catch that invisible ghost. Seeing her doing this, all of them also go after her. Then in conversation, Zap and Mackie get into a fight. Mackie gets angry and throws a book at Zap, which stops in the air and falls down. And from this, we can know that the invisible ghost is present there, who got hurt by that book. That's why he also starts throwing books at Pee-Pee and everyone else, and one book hits Zip. Here, all the kids except Pee-Pee run outside, and in the meantime, Pee-Pee is looking for that ghost, where she sees the compass kept there is missing, and a gorilla suddenly appears running from the window. Seeing this, Pee-Pee gets very angry. On the other side, Zip, Zap, Flecky, and Mackie come running into the jungle, where they see the same gorilla running, which makes everyone except Flecky run away from there. Flecky notices here that this gorilla is understanding her words. Then Solomon and Pam also come there. Solomon shoots at that gorilla, and the gorilla, scared of this, immediately runs away from there. Now Pam looks at Flecky to see if that gorilla has harmed her in any way. Flecky tells Pam that he was very good and was understanding my words. On this, Pam says that no, he is very clever, so stay away from him, because I am afraid that one day he might kidnap one of you. On the other side, Mackie, Zip, and Zap come to Solomon's house running, where Zap finds his slingshot, which his father had once snatched from him, and going further, they also find their parents' luggage and their car's license plate. Seeing all these things, they understand that their parents have not left them, but that their parents love them very much. Pam is hiding something from them, and they come to know about it, and now to find out what she is hiding, Zip and Zap both decide together. Now on the next day, we see Zip, Zap, Mackie, and Flecky, who tell all this to Pee-Pee, and Pee-Pee makes a plan to escape from here with them. Then these 5 kids leave, avoiding everyone's eyes, and during this, Pee-Pee's foot gets stuck somewhere, and she falls, because of which a siren starts ringing loudly, and everyone comes to know from this that these people are running away. Pee-Pee tells everyone to run away, because due to the injury, she was not even able to stand. Then because of Solomon's arrival there, all the kids run away from there, and after wandering all over the island, they stop at one place. Everyone decides to stop here and spend the night as it is getting dark, where we can clearly see the deep friendship between them. Now the next morning, due to Mackie's foot getting stuck in a rope, she gets trapped in a cage, and then the same gorilla comes there and saves them and brings them to his hideout, which was right on the seashore. Here we can see that the gorilla is making a raft, as if he is thinking of leaving this place. Here, Zip and Zap come to know about Sister Andrea, who was once a nun, but she was in a mental asylum and ran away from there and came here. Solomon is also a criminal who escaped from jail. The gorilla, pointing to the painting of Peter Pan, tells them about himself, that he is actually Detective Holgado, whom Pam made like this, and Pam considers herself Peter Pan. She likes to collect all these characters in real life. Now on this, Zap says, then why are we here? Why has she kept us here? At that very moment, Pam also comes there and says, I am Peter Pan, and you are my companion kids. Here, Solomon makes that gorilla unconscious, and then Pam introduces Zip and Zap to the Invisible Man. Zip and Zap ask Pam about their parents, so Pam says that we will talk about this properly after we get home. In the next scene, we see Zip and Zap, who ask Pam what she did with Mackie and Flecky and where their parents are. Pam says that you have to choose one of your friends and parents. On this, they say that we cannot even imagine our life without our parents. Pam says to them, are you worried about those parents who don't even let you enjoy one Christmas? Now Zap replies to this that they are our parents, and for them, I can leave millions of such Christmases. Then Pam takes them to the same machine inside which she had made their parents, Mackie and Flecky. And then Zip and Zap find out the truth here, that Mackie and Flecky are their parents. Now Zap asks Pam, how can you consider yourself Peter Pan because you are a girl and Peter Pan never wanted to grow up? Pam says that my wish is also like Peter Pan's. Saying this, she immediately turns into a small child, who is none other than Pee-Pee, and she used to come to play with them for some time, not to support them, which is where this scene is cut. In the next scene, we see Jamie bringing food to these 4 kids, who ask Zip and Zap if they really miss their parents. Zip answers in the affirmative, and they both ask Jamie for help to get out of here. Jamie says that many years ago, this used to be a beautiful island, where a girl named Pamela used to live, whose father people used to call Captain, and her mother used to read her a book every day. She used to say that life is like a novel, and you can also live your life as a character. But one day, due to a sudden illness, Pamela's mother left this world. Captain was very shocked by her mother's death, and he decided that he would turn every imagination of his daughter into reality, no matter what. Now he makes many machines at the request of his daughter. One day, Pamela remembers her mother, and she starts considering her father Captain Nemo, but she was not finding her own character. After a lot of searching, she liked Peter Pan. Now she asks her father to make a machine with which she can never grow up. Captain tries but fails, due to which his daughter grows up, and the love of that daughter now turns into hatred because she has grown up. Now she starts considering her father not Captain Nemo, but Captain Hook. Therefore, for her happiness, he cuts off his hand and puts a hook in its place. And then one day he makes a machine with which his daughter can return to her childhood again. Therefore, he tells Pamela to forget those memories because of which she strongly hates her father. But Pamela refuses to do so and still hates her father. She still considers him Captain Hook. And now that the machine is made, she creates a shield around this entire island with that machine, because of which no one can come to or go from this island. And in this way, Pamela, considering herself Peter Pan, changes her name to Pam. Jamie further says that I am still Captain Hook for her even today. And friends, from this, we come to know that Jamie is Pam's father. Now, to make the kids escape from there, he steals the keys from Solomon and Sister Andrea and tells them to get out of here in a submarine. And to fix all this, they have to find a snow sphere and break it. And these kids do the same. And as soon as they put that key in a lift, it turns into a submarine. But Pee-Pee comes there and stops them and tries to drown and kill them. But Zip mistakenly presses a button on the compass. And as soon as the button is pressed, they are teleported back to Pam's lab, which means that this compass is also a teleportation device. And in that way, all of them are saved from drowning. Here, Pamela, as a punishment for making them run away, turns her father into a frog. And then she sees the 4 kids, and after chaining the gorilla, she puts Mackie and Flecky in the machine to turn them into some other animal. In the meantime, her father, who is in the form of a frog, sees that snow sphere and tries to break it. On this, Sister Andrea wants to stop that frog, but Zip trips her, and as that sphere comes out, Zap breaks it with his slingshot. As soon as it breaks, everything becomes normal again. The gorilla also turns into a detective again. All the kids get their parents, and Pam's father also turns back into a human from a frog, who forgives Pam for all these mistakes and hugs her immediately. Then in the final scene, we see Zip and Zap saying goodbye to Mackie and Flecky, where Zip gifts that compass to Flecky and says that my mother likes this very much. From this, Flecky understands his hint that she is his mother and, smiling, comes out of that machine with Mackie. Both of them turn into Zip and Zap's parents, hug them, and say that this is the best Christmas gift we have ever received. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.